Hello, everyone, and I want to talk about something very real and why your mind pulls you away from the hard things. I'm not giving today any motivational speech, but a very science-backed talk and how fast you can bounce back in your life. And the faster you bounce back in your life, the earlier you're going to reach in your result or reach your destinations. So over the last few years, one thing has become obvious to me. The human mind is not designed to push you forward. It is designed to keep you safe. In neuroscience and psychology, this shows up as a bias towards conserving energy and avoiding effort, even when effort is exactly what creates motivation later. So that stays safe or relax often feels like laziness, but it actually your brain's choosing comfort. This is why when people like Michael Phelps or David Goggins talk about discipline and doing hard things daily, it matches what researchers are finding. Effort itself can create motivations, not the other way around. In this video, I want to share one thing only, how to bounce back fast when you fail or feel low, using principles backed by behavioral science, not just motivations. And at the end, I'll show you my own skinny to fit transformation as a proof how these principles play out in my real life. So, everyday failure and why speed matters. Failure is not just a choosing, failure is not just losing a job or failing in an exam. Failure happens every day when you skip a workout, delay a task, or avoid a difficult conversation. Research on self-regulation shows that the real difference between high and low performer is not how often they fail, but how quickly they resume goal-directed actions after setbacks. What matters is not did you fail. What matters is how fast do you come back to action. This is where two simple science-aligned principles comes in. Inspired by top performers like David Goggins and Michael Phelps, whom I really do admire in my life. So this principle is called Phelps Goggins protocol or principle, and they have not told or put it somewhere, but what I did, I took something from the Michael Phelps and something from the Goggins and combined together. So first thing is try to understand perfection is a myth. Life is never perfect. At every stage, you will be missing something: time, energy, clarity, or confidence. Waiting for the perfect moment feels discipline, but research shows that it usually becomes a hidden form of procrastination. Psychologist talks about the intentions behavior gap, the space between what you plan to do and what you actually do. When you chase perfection before starting, you widen that gap and delay actions and quietly kills momentum. So the rule is simple: start imperfectly, but give 100% to what you are doing today. So studies on implementation intentions shows that people who tie a goal to a concrete when, where, and how are much more likely to act even when conditions are not perfect. Do not wait for the right mood, the right plan, or the right version of yourself. That version never magically arrives. Progress comes from consistent, repeated actions under imperfect conditions, not from the perfect plans in your head. I have tried this thing, the more I'll try to be perfect in certain things, the more procrastinator I'll become. And at the end, I'll wait in the last moment. And when you wait last moment, you know how things are going to work out. Okay. Second is thinking like decides in advance for bad days. Just think what will going to happen if bad day will going to come. In a way, like you are telling your mind to prepare yourself or visualize what if the things doesn't work out. So on good days, almost anyone can work hard. The real test is what you do on day when you feel tired, foggy, or unmotivated. Behavioral scientists use a tool called implementations intentions. If it plans like, let's say if it is 7 a.m. I go to the gym, or if I feel low, I start work for 5 minutes. People who use this plan act faster and with less mental effort because the decision is made in advance. So here is the rule: decide your actions before the low energy day arrives. No negotiations, no internal debate. If it is a cold shower, get in it. Don't think too much. That's the thing. If it is calling your parents, call. If it is a task, start for 5 minutes. Just start it. Thinking is the enemy in low energy state. In those moments, overthinking leads to bargaining, excuses, and delay. So behavioral activation research shows that actions often comes before motivations. So small actions can fit the mood and restart the momentum. This is not about being harsh with yourselves. It is about removing frictions between intentions and actions. So here the protocol comes, which is called the Phelps-Goggins protocol. So after trying to live with these two principles, one thing becomes clear to me. Principles only work when they are converted into non-negotiable rules. So this is Phelps-Goggins protocol, a simple execution system grounded in what psychology already knows about the habits and recovery. It has two core rules, and I have made this principle. I want to show that I have made it here, and you can put it if you want. I can share this in my link, and you guys can use it. So first is like rule A: restart the speed. It means how fast I can bounce back. So if something happens off, I need to restart it within 24 hours. Nothing, no questions, no guilty, nothing, just restart. So there is one universal truth: you will break the discipline at any way. So you will miss a workout or procrastinate or fall off your routines. The mistake is not the break, the mistake is the delay in the restart. It will gonna happen with everyone. But how fast you are going things, okay, are you taking 24 hours, 48 hours because you were lying in bed and still thinking, you're waiting for the perfect moment. It's not like that. So first principle is restart within 24 hours. So rule A is simple and non-negotiable. If you break a rule, you restart with 24 hours. No guilt, no punishment, no drama. That is the thing. Even research on self-compassion and performance shows something surprising. People who respond to failure with kindness and responsibility, not self-hate, actually works harder and shows more resilience in the next task. Because you have to sometimes tell yourself, it's okay. Okay, I tried and I couldn't make it. It's okay, but I'll try harder this time. Okay. Rule B, low state execution. This is very, very important because most people wait to feel motivated before acting. But behavioral activation and neuroscience suggests that opposite. Actions can generate motivations and mood you were waiting for. So rule B is this. So when you feel low, foggy, lazy, or unmotivated, keep in mind, you do more routine and less thinking. So it means you have a routine task. Okay, every day, wake up, do this, that, then go to gym or go to office, go to class, go to lab, whatever you have in your life. So the day you feel lazy, unmotivated, foggy, that day don't think. That is not the day of thinking. That is the day of execution and do more. So by saying that, keep your mind in a way that don't tell your mind to think, okay, what are you going to do? Say like go or not go. No, just go. That is the principles. So thinking during low state is dangerous. It invites bargaining and excuses. Studies and effort and dopamine shows that your brain often releases the motivation chemicals during effort and progress, not just when you reach the final reward. So just when you reach the final reward. Actions restore clarity, not the other way around. So on bad days, you don't chase a feeling, you just execute the routine. So that's, keep in mind, don't think on the bad day. Just start doing. So to make rules A and B possible, you need fixed structure. Top performers reduce daily decision making, so their brain is not constantly negotiate every small actions. For me, that structure is simple and non-negotiables. Wake up at a set time, do simple puja or grounding rituals, go to the gym and start deep work, perfect fixed sleep time. So this kind of structure acts like an external skeleton for your discipline. In the research on habits and implementation intentions shows that when cues like time and place are fixed, behavior becomes more automatic and you need less willpower to do hard things. So how this changed my things, why I'm telling you, I can show you the photos here. There is one more reason I believe in this protocol so strongly. It changed my body. I went from a skinny boy with almost no muscles to someone who is genuinely fit and profound and proud of his body. And it didn't happen from imperfect plan. It happened from restart speed and low state executions. Research shows that most new exercisers or gym goers struggle with lapses and habit formation for physical activity. And it can take months and not days. I'm saying sometimes the first time you go, you'll be like very inspired to, and next day like you're gonna sleep and it will gonna go 7 days and 15 days. So no, just restart within 24 hours. That is the rule. So for me, that looked like missing workout, but allows restarting within 24 hours. Training on days I felt flat by doing just 5 minutes, which usually turned into a full session. Keeping a simple structure, fixed training times, basic exercise, sleep and food. That's simple. So studies on exercise and identity shows that as you repeatedly act like an exerciser, your identity shifts. You stop seeing yourself as a skinny and weak and start seeing yourself as someone who trains. The Phelps-Goggins protocols shows and slowly turn fitness from a wish to a part of who I am. To be clear, I'm not saying I have mastered any of this. I'm saying this for myself as much as for you. Self-compassion research shows that when you see setbacks as part of being human, you are more likely to take responsibility and try again instead of quitting. Maybe one day I'll watch this video when I'm sleeping, and when that happens, I hope I remember this. Discipline is not intensity. Discipline is restart the speed, low state obedience, how fast you come back after failing, how faithfully you act on your plan when your mind streams stay comfortable. That is Phelps-Goggins protocol for you. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.